Well, hello, hello, hello. We are live with Max. And we are just hanging out on the patio. So that's pretty awesome. Thought we'd do a pop-up. Now, we are at the mercy of the weather, right, Max? If the weather decides it's going to rain, we might have to run inside, but we thought we'd try it out on the patio. Yeah, hello, Melissa. Good to see you. Is it awesome, Max? Is it awesome? So yeah. Hello, Carrie. Yeah, just hanging out here. Sean, Jocelyn. Melissa said she needed some cheering up. What's going on, Melissa? Is it just Monday blues or something else happening? What do you think, Max? Are you happy? Are you happy and you know it? You really want to show it, huh? Oh, poor Max. You had a tough day, didn't you? Yeah, you got stuck inside your cage while I was working. I know, it was not very awesome, was it? Okay. Hello, Nick. Yeah, Melissa, sometimes life feels like it does backfire. I hear you. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Connie. I'm just having to squint a little bit. What? What do you think, Max? If you're going to talk, I'm going to let you talk. Yeah, I just handed out some carrots to the flock and thought I'd pull Max out for a quick stream. What do you think, Max? Are there people across the street? Yeah, I don't think they saw you. I don't think they saw you, Betty. But you know what? That's okay, Max, because we're hanging out here and it's not raining yet. You know, we've got some clouds up there that are doing a little bit of threatening, but, you know, maybe we'll get away with it. It says cloudy. It's supposed to clouds clearing as it gets closer to 7. Hello.
Hi, Max.
Hey, they know your name, Max. You gonna say hello? Come on. Come. Hello. I think they might be coming to say hello to you, Max. That did not work. I just about knocked over my tripod, folks. There we go. I'm gonna stand up with you, Max. There you go. Hi, how are you today? Are you good, Max? What do you think? Yeah. You see people. You see people. That's right, Max. It's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome, Max. You know, he got really excited when he saw you.
We didn't see Max for like a few months.
Well, we're always out and about, though. It's just we picked the wrong times. Is that right, Max? Yeah. Are you enjoying your summer?
Yeah, it's almost over.
Oh, don't say that. We went warm weather all year round.
Yeah, after surgery, so I got extra weeks.
You do?
I only got 1 week.
Awesome. Max, have you got a Bok 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 for your friends? Bok Bok? Oh, you're gonna talk? That's okay. You can talk. You're gonna buck, buck, buck. You don't know. You don't know.
That's sad.
What's over there? Yeah, I know, Max. Did you have a good day, Max? Max, can I get a buck, buck, buck?
That's a wasp.
Yeah, I've got a couple of bumblebees, but they don't hurt anybody.
Okay.
They mind their own business. I'm the first person to scream and run the other way when I see a wasp, though. But those ones are bumblebees, and they don't swat at them. They won't bother you.
Bumblebees don't sting.
Well, they can, but they're really lazy. They're gentle.
Oh, okay.
Some people say you can pet them, but I've never been that brave. But the bumblebees, if they sting you, they die immediately.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was only bees.
Bumblebees and bees are the same. And bumblebees, they're big, they're lazy, and they're actually the sweetest disposition of bees. And unlike honeybees,
Do you have like a nest nearby?
underneath the concrete here.
Oh.
But there's only 4 or 5 of them in the nest,
Oh.
which is why I've not had it exterminated.
Oh, okay.
And I've been sitting out here, and I'm usually the person who runs the other way when it comes to wasps.
Okay.
Wasps, yellow jackets, hornets, they can sting you as often as they like, and they are mean.
Because they don't die.
Yeah, that's just a bumble. He's the big ones, the big fluffy ones. They're kind. Yeah, and I've had to convince this one of that too because I'm worried he's going to snap at
Did
somebody.
you eat one?
No. What's going to happen though? He'll snap at the wrong insect, and I'll be the one getting stung.
Oh.
But we've been okay all summer out here, haven't we, Max? Yeah, you think so? Yeah. Yeah, it is awesome. We're just streaming right now, so it's so much fun to talk to somebody. And I've got the camera pointed up towards us. But yeah, I think you got yourself some new glasses.
No, these are.
Are they old ones? I like that green on the side. That's funky. That's fun. When I grew up, we didn't have so many fun choices for glasses.
I had a phone
Yeah. Yeah. You are, Max. You are. You're just going a mile a minute. Hello. Come say hello, yeah? Why not?
My mom loves Max. She hasn't seen him yet.
She follows him on the socials.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. This is Max. He's a 31-year-old Moluccan cockatoo. Yeah, go ahead and take a picture. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
What is the
Tilting his head for a new perspective. Yeah, we're in 1,000 pictures. We're used to it. That awesome, Max? Yeah. It is awesome. You make all the friends. Can you say hello, Max?
What's your name?
This is Max.
Oh, Max.
Max, yeah. He's a 31-year-old Moluccan cockatoo, and he is very social. He loves seeing people. As soon as he saw his friends here, he just started chatting, and they came over to say hello. And I think that's so much fun. What do you think, Betty? Yeah. Oops. Did I startle you? I know I startled you. Yes. Are you having fun there, Max?
Max?
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. It is awesome, Max. It sure is. Yeah. Carrie, we've got a stream going, and Carrie says she likes your blue harness, Max. Is it a pretty color? Yeah. He gets to pick out which color he wants to wear each day for a harness.
What does he do? Peck it?
I just hold up a couple, and he just reaches out and touches it. He's very good at telling me what he wants. He'll usually touch something, sometimes he'll reach towards it, or sometimes he'll just look and give it a really distinct look, as if to say, that one.
How old is she or?
He is 31. Yeah. The Moluccans can live a really long time. They can live to be 80, 90, 100. They can, they can outlive me, but that depends on a lot of things. A lot of Moluccans don't make it that old. Because it depends on their health. It depends on their diet. It depends on exercise. But the same with you or me. Any of us could make it to be 100 years old, but how many people do? It's, there's a lot of variables there, right?
What does he eat?
What does Max eat? He eats a lot of vegetables. He eats some crunchy foods.
I have 14 budgies.
You have 14 budgies?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They keep on giving babies. They keep on giving babies.
Oh no. Well, what you can do if the budgies keep having babies, let them lay the eggs and get some dummy eggs. And exchange their eggs for the dummy eggs. And that way they'll still sit on the eggs and they won't lay more eggs. But they will, they'll get bored and get off the eggs, but you won't have any more babies.
Yeah. My birds usually they break the eggs.
Do they?
Yeah, after a while.
And they start eating it. So
Yeah.
then I have to get it out and throw it out.
Yeah.
Because, they keep eating it.
That can make a mess. Yeah. Yeah.
I've had most of my budgies for almost 5 years.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I started out with a pair of lovebirds.
Nice.
So small,
How
little.
much was Max to adopt?
He was actually a rescue. And he came to me 21 years ago. So a long time ago.
When he was 10.
Yeah, he was actually living in a basement. And he knew how to bite and he knew how to scream. If you would have ever told me you'll be sitting out on a patio or going for a walk with him, I would have said you were crazy, but here we are. So he's enjoying his little best life here. Max, I'm just going to flip this around a little further here. Because I notice I keep coming halfway into frame. Yeah, Max, I know. But, if you're looking for a larger bird, the best place to get them from are some of the rescues. We've got some fantastic rescues locally. Mika's, Greta's, and a few others, but they're the best places to get birds from because you'll get a bird who's looking for a new opportunity. You get a bird that you can match with rather than getting a bird that you don't really know and you don't know what the personality is.
And if you get a bird from the pet store, it takes a bit of a time to adapt to it.
Yeah, and the big problem with the pet stores is people buy a lot of birds from pet stores.
Yeah.
And they get bored with them quickly. And then what happens? That bird ends up in a rescue. And the rescue is full. And you've got so many birds that are just saying, you know what? I'd like to be your forever friend. And that is honestly the kindest thing for the bird. And you can end up with a lifelong companion. You really can. Right, Max? Yeah.
Does he eat egg? Does he eat egg?
Does he lay eggs? Or he would have come from an egg originally. Yeah, but he's male, so he does not lay eggs. Only the girls lay eggs. Yeah, and we won't breed him because we don't believe that Moluccan cockatoos make very good pets. A lot of the big birds, it's not fair to them to have them living in captivity because they're stuck in a cage. They don't get an opportunity to get out and see what's happening.
Okay, we're gonna have to go.
You're gonna have to go. Well, give your birdies a scritchy for me.
Okay.
Bye bye. No, I can still chat. Yeah. Have a good day. Okay. Awesome, Max. That's so awesome. Yeah, you made some friends. Friends that were a little nervous because of the bumbles. Yeah. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Just a quick scan around where they just headed off to. But yeah, I'm just going to sit back down here. So that was fun. Couple of people who recognize Max. Sorry, I just need to get the clip. Ooh. There we go. How far down do I want this? Is that a good height, folks? Yeah, so I had an opportunity there to chat with some of Max's fans. The younger kids watch Max. Their mom apparently is a big, big fan of Max. And somebody else came along, stopped, looked, and I just waved them over because I do that, right? I'll chat with people. And, you know, it's kind of fun. It really is, Max. I'm going to flip this. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. So I know I missed a whole bunch of chat messages. And now this is weird. I'm not getting any new chat messages right now. Did I do something weird to my chat messages? So the last chat message I have is from Carrie saying that blue looks good on you, Max. Have I had any chat messages since then? I'm going to just try a Q&A. Just because I know if I toss up a Q&A, it's going to toss the answers into chat, and I'll see if I'm getting chat messages here at all. So I'm just going to toss that up there. Max, I don't know. Let's find out if that's going to work or not. Okay, I'm going to flip that here. Now, one thing I did set myself up with today was a second device. So I'm just going to come in here. Is this one muted? And I'm going to see here if I can find my stream. Your videos. Live streams. Well, that's bizarre. That's really bizarre. I think it dropped my stream, buddy. Because I'm not seeing any answers here. And I'm not sure. Oh, I just found my stream. I just found it. So you can see me. I cannot see your comments. So let's see if I can figure that out. Is that awesome, Max? It's a bird. No, it's a person. It's a person. Okay. All right, we're still here. So I've got comments on my second device. So I am going to have to scroll back and catch my comments here. That was a little bit bizarre. But you know what? We just got it fixed. I can read your comments. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, I cannot scroll back all the way, but I can scroll back a good ways. Melissa, my heart goes out to you. It sounds like you're really having a tough time of it. And you know what? Max is here. He'll share a bok with you, and he'll send you smiles, and he's rooting for you. Melissa, things can change. Life gets better. You know, always give it a chance. Oh, Max, I know. Max has taken a new perspective. But a good bok or a good cry sometimes helps. But I have faith in you. I have faith that you're going to be able to turn things around. You've identified the problem, and you're on your way. You're on your way. I know it's tough, but you know what? You're strong. You're really, really strong. Oh, Yellow Slammer says the big fluffy ones are carpenter bees. I've always called them bumblebees. They're the big, really, really fluffy ones. At least in Canada, I know them as bumblebees. I don't know. Is carpenter bee another name for bumblebee? Yellow Hammer says honeybees are small. Yeah. Ryan, Max does like physical contact. Thanks, Trinity. Hello, Simpling. Yeah, Melissa, that blue harness really does suit Max quite well, doesn't it? Yeah, Max, you are such a good boy. Let's try something here. Let's see here. JT says new subscriber. Hello, hello, hello. Awesome, awesome. So I just figured out how to fix my comments on my other device, but I'm catching up on comments here. So all I had to do is, it was showing me no comments whatsoever, except the old comments, and I just had to switch to all comments and it started scrolling again. So I'll have to remember that. Hi, Erin. Hi, Lolly. Hi, Ariel. Melissa says I should make a blue outfit for him. Max, you've got a blue outfit. You've got your blue jean hoodie, and you've got your teal blue hoodie. Do you have any other blue hoodies? That's at least two. You know what? You need another blue, a pretty blue, a royal blue. Yeah, that would be kind of fun. A royal blue hoodie. I agree, that's what you need. If you're new here, this is Max the Moluccan. He's a 31-year-old Moluccan cockatoo who's very, very social, very, very happy, and he is talking intermittently today. He got super chatty a few minutes ago when we had some people stop by to say hello, and that does happen. We live near a public pathway, and people sometimes, they stop, they stare, I'll wave them over, they get to meet Max. It really is a lot of fun, and Max has a really good time. His idea of the best day ever is making a new friend. He's super, super, super social. Manga, no, Max is not a vampire. Hello, Zomi. Ariel, hello, hello. I can say your name. And I apologize if I mispronounce anybody's name. I try my best. And if I mispronounce your name, what I need you to do is to let me know in the comments a phonetic pronunciation. And I do learn. Hi, teacups. Hi, Mary. Max, Melissa would like a Bok Bok Bok. Can we get a Bok 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 for Melissa? Have you got a Bok 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 for Melissa? Can I get a Bok Bok Bok? Really? Maybe you're saving up to give her a really big Bok Bok Bok. Because she needs one today, buddy. She needs one today. There's a Bok 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 from Nick. Do you see? Nick just sent you a Bok Bok Bok. What's that? Ah! Yeah, Scooter. Scooter. You say Scooter. Max does learn new words, and it's pretty cool the way he learns new words, because he hears words and then sometimes he just comes out with them. Is that right, Max? Yeah? Another person walking past. They look invested in their phone. I bet if you balked, they'd look up. Nope. Okay. No box. No box. His newest word that he came out with the other day was walk. He learned how to say walk. He knows how to say go out, and he knows what walk means, but that was the first time he said that. He's started imitating a robin. He's he started talking about rain. It does not like rain, so he'll say no wet, and he means no rain. And you know, like he's right. No wet. Does not like wet dropping on his head. Yeah, I know. He comes out with the best words. He really does. One of his kicks that he's on right now is saying no. And I get such a chuckle because we'll meet somebody when we're out for a walk, and I'll say, Max, do you want to say hello? Because they'll ask me, does he talk? And I'll say, Max, do you want to say hello? And he'll just look at them and say no. And I don't know if Max understands just how awesome that is on so many levels. Does he talk? All you have to do, Max, is look at them and say no. And they'll be very confused because you're the one talking and telling them that, huh? You're almost there to confusing people to no end. Hi, Susan. Hey, Tiki Tiki. Hi, King Rocco. No birds. Some people here have birds. Nick used to have a bird. Tiki Tiki has a green cheek conure. The conures are such nice birds. Carrie's got a plushie. You know what, Carrie? I bet you that yours is... Well, I'm sorry, Max. Did I startle you? That was my fault. I forgot you were on my knee and I was going after a mosquito that thought I was its lunch. Yeah, it's been a little bit rainy today. It's a bit overcast and the mosquitoes seem to be out for a bit of a wander. So I'm just trying to make sure that whatever I'm swatting is a mosquito and not a bee and not a wasp, because that would be a really, really bad thing. And I really don't want to get ate alive, Max. Yeah. Jocelyn, I don't know if Einstein's Facebook page got fixed. For those of you who follow both Max and Einstein over on Facebook's page got hacked. Einstein is an African gray parrot. Right, Max? You're good. Yeah, let's just change this a little bit there. And he got hacked on Facebook and he's trying to recover his account. And I have not seen an update from him yet today. Marshall will probably message me when she recovers it, but she's trying to work with the good folks at Meta. She does not know how she got hacked. She has multi-factor authentication and she's super, super cautious. But you know what? The hackers always seem to be one step ahead, don't they, Max? So, yeah, I'm wishing her the best of luck. Awesome. So yeah. Ricardo, family members are never for sale. Max is my child. He's my feathered child. There's absolutely no way. There really is not. If you're just joining us, I'd like to say hello, welcome, welcome. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a subscribe. It's Max the Moluccan, and he's showing off a little bit today. He's waiting for the next person to go past so we can say hello to them, and it's really a lot of fun watching him do a bit of talking. I'm hoping that we get some more people to come up and say hello because you get so chatty when that happens. Hi, Food Fusion. Jordan! Hi, Sue! Hi, Cuckoo! Oh, big fluff. I know. Awesome. Big feathers. Hello, Urkham. Yeah, Melissa, you know what you need to do to be happy. You know, you're strong. You can do it on your own. Trust me. Trust me. I've been single since I got divorced back in 2000. I mean, it's been 25 years, and you know what? I'm happy. I'm really happy. Right, Max? Yeah. Hi, JT. Oh, JT just subscribed. Oh, JT has 3 budgies and 1 pineapple conure. Do you see somebody walking past, Max? Hello. That was fun. Somebody looked just big-eyed. I waved and said hello. They waved and said hello. And then Max responded, and they just had the most delightful laugh. Yeah, we've got a couple of rules with our live stream. It's really be kind. Be kind to others. And if you are trying to troll us, you will find yourself on a bit of a timeout. Right, Max? GT says, the funniest video on the channel is Max throwing a tantrum over an apple. Yeah, he had quite the tantrum that day. And the funny thing was, I had the camera on a tripod and I did not even realize that I was taping it. And that was the video I almost didn't post. I think one of my favorites, it's also a tantrum video when it comes to tantrum videos. The Christmas tantrum was quite funny because Max decided to ask for milk and cookies because I told him about Santa and I had to explain to Max that birdies most certainly did not get milk and cookies. And he thinks he's Santa, so he thought it was unfair. But I think the funniest was the crabapple tantrum. Because we're out for a walk, Max notices some crab apples, decides to tell me he wants an apple, and proceeds to get really upset with me because I said, no, we don't have any apples here. And he was wondering just how dumb a human could be. They were right there on a tree. And we had a little discussion with him after the fact about property rights. No, we can't just hop into somebody's backyard and help ourselves. Doesn't work like that, Max, right? But he was rightfully getting quite upset with me, saying, there's apples right there, Mom. What's going on? Don't you see them? Yeah. You see people, Max? Hello. Awesome. 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 Yeah, Max. Yeah. Oh, we got an enthusiastic Bok 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 from JT. Yeah, Max, you're really awesome today, honey. You really, really are. JT, we've got a flock here. The other flock members occasionally show up on the channel. Our oldest flock member is a yellow-naped Amazon named Tikal. He is 50 years old. The bird that's been with me the longest is my African gray, Tico, who's 29 years old. We've got Max here, who's 31 years old. And we've got Mango, a Moluccan, who is 26 years old. So yeah, a big flock, Max. A big flock. And you know the problem with having a big flock? I don't have a living room. I have a bird room. Yeah, Max talks when he wants to. Yeah, Judy, we're lucky it's not raining, but you know what? We've got some clouds up there. I don't know if you can see them up there in the sky, and it keeps threatening a bit of rain. Every once in a while, I feel just a little drip of moisture, but Max has not decided it's a problem yet. So I'm just going to pretend that it's not the occasional drip. Max, when he notices it's raining, he's going to absolutely insist on going in. But I mean, the ground's dry, it's just the occasional bit, and, you know, it's not very much. It's not very obvious, right, Max? Oh, boy. Yeah, GT says I should make a video introducing the flock. I really should. Yeah. Do it, does anybody here remember Gilligan's Island, the intro to that? And the skipper too. The millionaire and his wife. Okay, I won't sing, I promise you folks, I won't sing. But yeah, I could do something in that style. That could be kind of fun. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Tiki, if your bird's biting a lot, I'm going to share a little bit of advice that I've gotten from Parrot SOS. So this is something she talks about all the time. She does a number of biting seminars. She talks to the Parrot Club frequently. She's usually out at events. And I've been lucky enough to go to some of her talks before. But what I absolutely love, and she talks about this even in some of her videos, and that's Parrot SOS, as in Parrot Emergency, Parrot SOS. She is an avian behavioralist, and she's actually located right here in Calgary, but she does work across the world. She is very, very well respected, and she has a lot of credentials. But what she says about biting is and I just noticed something up here in the sky. Got some blue skies over there. So Max, we got blue skies coming. Blue skies coming. But she says biting is a form of communication, and biting is really a form of yelling. If the bird is trying to communicate and you are not listening, the bird thinks that they have to bite to communicate. And it can become, something that they revert to very quickly because they don't think anything else will communicate. And the best thing you can do is learn how to listen to your bird. Learn how to interact with your bird, learn how to listen. Hello. Learn how to communicate. And if you can show your bird that you're listening to them, you're not forcing them to do stuff, you're not ignoring their wants and likes, and you're giving them the space to make up their own mind, you can build that trust with them, and they can trust you to listen without them having to bite. And that's really the best place to get to. Now, Max, when I met him, he would bite you as soon as look at you. That was the way he interacted with the world. He would just reach out and snap at you, and he could bite pretty hard. He did not like the world. He was pretty angry with everybody, and he decided that I was a person, and as a person, I was not to be trusted. Obviously, that's changed a lot, right, Max? 21 years later, he's just such a sweet, sweet boy. I even trust him with other people. I have a lot of faith that he's not going to bite without thinking in his mind he has a really, really good reason to. The last time he took a chunk on me, I was actually walking him across the room. He was minding his own business. I was minding my own business. He'd asked to... You're good, Max. Yeah, you can turn around. Good job. He wanted to go and go back to his cage, and he told me that. And walking him across the room, he suddenly, just out of nowhere, just snapped and chunked on me. And he was sitting on my arm, and he bit the same arm he was sitting on. Oh, it was awesome. There's people! It's awesome! What? You see a dog? But what Max was reacting to were a couple of people walking past outside that were arguing. And I think it took him back to his first home. Yeah, Max, I know. You see a dog. Where's the dog? Where's the dog? GT, Max eats a lot of vegetables. He eats some crunchy, some formulated foods that are specially done for birds. Things like Supreme and Harrison's. It's sort of a kibble for birds, if you will. It's a formulated food. Lots of vegetables. He enjoys fruit. If I'm eating something and it's healthy for him, he can have a bit. Some healthy grains like brown rice. Sometimes gets a bit of pasta that is organic, quinoa and brown rice based, but majority of his diet is veggies and formulated foods. Once a week he gets some eggies. That's a special treat. He splits one egg with the rest of the flock, so it's not too much egg at once. But yeah, it tries to eat really healthy, and he gets me to eat healthy. But if I'm eating something, I make it without salt, because it's healthier for Max, and that way he can try a little bite. Because eating's social, and the birds really do like to try what you're eating. And I won't feed them processed food. It's not healthy for them. Overly processed food's not healthy for us either, and I have to remind myself for that. Not too many nuts or seeds. Nuts or seeds are junk food. Formulated foods are much healthier. Nuts and seeds can be very, very fatty. When we've got walnuts in the shell, all birds can get 1 walnut a day. Mango gets 2. But they get a little bit, right, Max? We've got some really loud cars out there today. Amberzina from Brazil. Guillermo. Hello, Alyssa. Hi, Barbara. Oh, Barbara caught the Einstein replay. Yeah. I know, Barbara. Sometimes Facebook and YouTube, sometimes YouTube just does not notify people when there is a stream happening. And we do our regular scheduled streams every Saturday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Right now it is 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So you can calculate your time change off of that. But that's when we do our regular scheduled streams. And today's is a pop-up. It's not scheduled. We just decided that we would go live. And we just grabbed the phone, sat down, and said, we're going to stream for a little bit. We're going to stream. We're going to say hello to our friends. We're going to welcome some new subscribers. If you're watching this, give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. One of these big thumbs up. Yeah, big thumbs up. Right, Max? Give us a subscribe. And hang out for a while because you never know what Max is going to do. Tico and TKL are doing good. Hey, Max, do you want to step on my arm? You want to step up? Up? Oh, you want to stand that way. Okay. Hi, Cheryl. Yeah, Barbara, I don't think I got a notification Sunday from Einstein either, but I just joined. I joined a couple minutes after it started because I looked at the clock. Hi, Black Hole. Hello, Abraham. Oh boy. Oh boy. Nisa, today Max's favorite food of the day has been blueberries. Right, Max? You really like those blueberries that we picked up. You really like them. Awesome, awesome. I noticed Kay just joined us. Thank you, Kay. I see you've dealt with a couple of spammers. Appreciate you. Why is he looking at you like that? Because that's what Max likes to do. He likes to look and think. Sometimes it just looks like he's looking right through the screen. Yeah. Hey, Max, can we step up for a minute, hon? Step. Woo! Ha ha ha! Whee! Is that a wild little dance? Can I get a buck, buck, buck? Can I get a buck, buck, buck? Buck, buck, buck. We'll take that. Here you go, Melissa. We got your buck, buck. Mom's right here. What's going on? That was loud. Excuse me, why are you screaming at me? So Max, you seem upset. What's the matter, honey? You chill? You didn't want to stand on my arm? Well, we can still be out here. I just wanted a Bok Bok. Are you complaining? That sounded like you were trying to throw a tantrum, and I don't know why. Well, we don't have any apples outside, Max. Well, Max, how about we calm down? There's no apples out here. Not very polite to throw a tantrum on a live stream. And I really don't need you throwing a tantrum while you're on my arm. So what's going on? Well, tell you what, we can investigate apples when we go inside. We could have some blueberries when we go inside too. Would that be okay? Apples and blueberries? No, you want my knee? You want to stand there? Is that what you wanted, is to stand on my knee? No, you're not a bad bird, honey. You're just a noisy bird. Okay, see? Yeah, you get upset easily and you calm down easily. Yeah. Yeah, no, we just talk calmly, yeah? We don't need to yell. I know, you have big emotions. You're a really big boy with big emotions. My goodness, Max. Do you hear people yelling down there? Is that maybe what set you off? Max, arm. Okay. The heck's... Hey, Max. So, that was a little bit bizarre. Yeah? Hello. So someone was just beating a scooter on the ground and then got back on and started riding it. One person looks a bit large for the scooter. But it's... What's going on, Max? Yeah, do you see more people? Well, you don't know. Hello. Yeah, you're a bird, Max. Hello. Are you showing off? We should open the door. Well, we're sitting down out here. We'd have to get up and go to the door to open it. Do you want to go inside? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're saying, we should open the door? Well, you don't look like you want to go inside. You look like you want to sit there and watch. Usually if Max wants to go inside, he'll signal me that he wants to walk over there. And it's kind of fun the way that Max signals me. Because, you know, he's a big bird. He does not just point and say, go over there. No. What he does is he sits on me and he leans the direction he wants to go. And the further he leans, the faster he wants to go. And usually he can communicate what he wants pretty simply. And sometimes when we're walking, he'll be leaning so hard and he'll want to turn. I'll actually just walk in a circle because I don't want to change directions. But he's trying really, really, really hard to tell me, turn here. So it is kind of fun. Okay. Are you chilling out now, Max? Oops. Do you want my knee again? You want to sit on my knee again? Well, don't trip. You gotta pay attention when you step, okay? My knee wasn't moving anywhere, buddy. You needed to look. Yep, there's a dog across the street. Here we go with the animal impressions. You see a doggo. Hi, Nadine. Hi, Clang Cat. So right now, Max has a couple of favorite fruits. He's liking his apples. He likes his blueberries. And he likes his watermelon. Oops. Hey, Max. I think those are your 3 favorite fruits right now. So what I want to know is, what's your favorite fruit? Is your favorite an apple? Watermelon or blueberry? What are you voting for? Whatever you vote for is what Max will get when he gets in for dinner tonight. Blueberry, watermelon, or apple? So let's give people a chance to vote on that, Max. That'll be kind of fun, eh? Yeah, fluff and chops up, Max. Fluff and chops up. Oh my goodness, it's so much fun to watch everyone joining us today. And we've got a lot of new people. Welcome, welcome. If you're just joining us, make sure you give us a like and a follow. Max has been with me for 21 years, and he is currently 31 years young. And yes, bird years are the same as human years. And yeah, you're still pretty young, aren't you, Max? Yeah. Barbara says Stormy loves watermelon. Yeah, Max is a pretty big bird, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Michael. So you know what? Watermelon seems to be leading in our fruit poll. If you haven't voted yet, we've also got apples and blueberries. Max, what do you want to eat? Do you want to vote in the poll? Do you want to vote? Here's a phone. You want to vote? No, you don't want to vote. Okay. How long can they live? That's a great question. Moluccan cockatoos can live as long as a human. Some have been known to live 80, 90, 100 years. But just like humans, a lot depends on their health. That means their diet, their exercise, do they have any pre-existing conditions? And that's the same with humans. Oh, you're okay, Max. You're turning around, huh? I know, that knee's pretty narrow. How dare I expect you to sit on a knee and balance on a knee? Oh my goodness, that's so tough, Max. You want scritchies? You want scritchies? Okay, let's move the phone a little bit here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting scritchies, huh? Yeah, so they can live as long as a human, but just like us, how many humans make it to 100? Very, very few, but it's possible. In case of Max, he spent the first 10 years in a basement. He was food insecure, so he may not have been fed as regularly as he could have been. I don't know how healthy his early diet was. I know I tried to feed him a really good diet, but it took, he knew what seeds were. It took quite a while to teach him about pellets and some of the other foods. First time I gave him part of an ear of corn, put it on top of his food bowl, and I was in a hurry, so I left for work. I came home at the end of the day, and it was still sitting there, and he was cowering at the other side of his cage saying, there's something really, really scary sitting on top of my food bowl. As soon as I picked it up, he ran over and ate because he couldn't eat because there was something scary. So, now he understands what corn's about. Now, if there's a piece of corn cob on top of his cage that he does not want there, he'll just pick it up and he will throw it and say it does not belong there. Actually, now he'll pick it up and eat it. But yeah, so he's now much braver when it comes to scary foods, but it took a while. All right, let's end the poll. How do we do? Max, we have a tie between apple and watermelon. 40% say apple, 40% will say watermelon. And only 19% want blueberries. What are we going to do between apple and watermelon? Do you have a choice, Max? What would you prefer? It sure is a tie. My goodness. That really is fun. Tiki Tiki says both. We've got a question in the chat. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm just going to use your initials. YY asks, where can I get one as a baby and how much do they cost? You don't want one of these as a pet. Honestly. And people look at me like I'm crazy when I say that because they say, well, wait a minute, you're sharing your life with not one but two Moluccans. So what's going on? Moluccan cockatoos are very, very loud. They need hours and hours of attention each day. They make a huge mess. And they don't make very good pets. It's not fair to them to leave them in their cage for extended periods of time. It's not really fair to have them in captivity. In Max's case, he was born and bred in captivity. He would not survive in the wild, and he certainly would not survive in the Canadian wild. So we're making sure he has his best life possible. But the reality with cockatoos is most cockatoos, by the time they are 2 or 3 years old, they've gone through multiple homes. Hang on 1 minute. I need to mute. Okay, unmuting. Sorry, folks, I had very loud music from a car that could have gotten me a copyright strike, so I had to block it. But yeah, by the time they are 2 or 3 years old, a lot of cockatoos are in their third, maybe even fourth home. They go through a lot of homes in short periods of time. Why? Because people look at one and say, oh my gosh, I want one. And they don't understand that the commitment. They don't understand what they're getting into. And, they suddenly realize that they've got a Dr. Jekyll and a Mr. Hyde living in a cage. And if they're not giving enough attention, and if they're not treating them right, they're getting chewed on. And a cockatoo bite really hurts, folks. I can vouch for that. They are getting yelled at, and they're suddenly saying, well, wait a minute, I can't even enjoy my home. And honestly, I've had Max for 21 years. And I can honestly say, sometimes I think, my gosh, the flock, I can't enjoy my home. They're too noisy. And you know what? In my case, that's momentary. I just go upstairs and I do my own thing, and I get a little bit of peace by going upstairs, giving the birds a little bit of room. But they take a lot of space in the house. They are very noisy. They're very messy. Food is expensive. Not only do you buy the pelleted foods, but you also need to buy a whole variety of fresh fruits and veggies, especially veggies. Vets are expensive. I mean, the costs really, really add up. And then it's a commitment for life. So, yeah, it's honestly, I would say to you, they don't make very good pets, and I honestly recommend against it. Smaller birds can make, whoa, that's a mosquito, Max, thank you. Where did Mr. Mosquito just go? Appreciate that you reached out with your beak, but where'd he go? Did he fly away, or did he find a new spot to feast? Ooh, hang on. Where'd he go? Off of my foot, Mr. Mosquito. So I guess it's Miss Mosquito, because if it wants to eat me, it's got to be a female. Yeah, I don't see him anymore, Max. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Yeah, it's cooler outside today. It's been rainy and moist. And yeah, mosquitoes are out. They're out early tonight. Usually they're the worst at dusk and dawn. But they are out tonight, aren't they, Max? Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Oh, you see your friends again. Hello again. Awesome. Is it awesome, Max? It's awesome. You get so excited. Oh, they're going to come say hi to you again, Max. Up, up. Step up. Step up. We'll stand again. There we go. Stand up and flip this around. Here. There you go, Max. Hello again. Max, can I get a Bok 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 for them now?
Hi.
Hi. Awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, they came back to say hello again. Are you happy, Max? Yeah. Max, can I get a Bok Bok Bok? They'd love to hear a Bok Bok Bok. I know they would.
I thought we were supposed to go back home.
Awesome. Yeah. I love the way he reacts when people he knows come up. Like, it's crest up and all the excitement, and you know, it's definitely a lot of fun. Yeah, Max. It is. It is. Yeah, you really got animated when they came up last time. Did you hear him screaming earlier? He threw a little bit of a tantrum.
Yeah.
How far away were you?
We were like coming down when we heard him.
Okay.
Not like on the tracks.
Yeah, it's amazing how far they can scream.
Yeah. What?
Oh,
Alright, we're gonna have
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah, it's so
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye, Max.
Double check before I sit. Okay, there we go. Down, down, down. The tripod. Hey, Nick. You know what? My chat is working on that again. It seems to be going in and out on the other device, but that's okay. I can get it on my second device. Max, you want to sit on my arm? Yeah, he is such a big boy. Ning says shout out from the Philippines. You know what, Max? One of our neighbors, her mom lives in the Philippines, and her mom is your fan. And it was kind of fun just to find out. She said, you know, her mom was telling her about this bird that lived in Calgary that she was so excited about. And she said, yeah, that's my neighbor's bird. Lives 3 doors down. Yeah. Oh, is it awesome, Max? Is it Bok awesome? It's Bok awesome. Sherry! Hello, hello. We've been streaming for how long? An hour. We're going to stream for a little bit longer. Max has been a bit animated. He's been having fun out here. Had a bit of a tantrum earlier. Please calm down. Do you want to step on my knee, honey? Thank you. You were getting really heavy on my arm. Yeah. 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 No, we had a good weekend, didn't we, Max? Yesterday, Max helped take some packages to the post office. If you are one of the people who ordered something that was shipped small packet this weekend, you got a picture with Max and your package at the post office. Max was very patient while I took everybody's picture. Yeah. But that was really fun, and I think it made a few people smile this morning when they saw that, or last night when I updated those. But yeah, those were all packages from our Etsy store. We had some shirts going out, and some coasters, and some magnets, and some keychains. Yeah, we even had one of your little motivational box go out. Yeah, that was kind of fun. Yeah, so Max really had fun there, and then we went for a walk at the ridge, and Max made lots of new friends and took some pictures and some videos, and I have not even gotten to those pictures and videos yet. And yeah, we were out walking for about 3 hours yesterday, weren't we? Yes, Charlotte, Max is a cockatoo, a Moluccan cockatoo. Yes, Charlotte says they're a 5-year-old in bird form. We were talking earlier about large parrots as pets and why they don't make great pets and why living in captivity is not necessarily the best for them. And that's honestly it. They're a toddler. It's like having a special needs toddler for life. A lot of attention, and, you know, like a toddler, when they want attention, you can't just say, I'm going to lock you in your cage and walk away. You have to be there for them. You have to give them attention. You have to build trust. If you don't give them the attention when they need it, when they want it, it's going to lose trust. Now, I work at home, and that means I can't be there 100% of the time for them when they want attention. If I go downstairs for coffee before a meeting, I might not be able to hang out and give them a lot of attention, but I give them a couple of minutes attention, and I explain to Max that I got to go work. And he understands what that means. And I put on some music, and I hand out some treats and some toys, and then I make it up to them at the end of the day that they get their attention. Now, I came down, and Tico gave him a new toy. He was busy playing. Tikel was taking a nap. He's older. He likes his naps. So I had some time with Mango, and then it was Max's time, and Max likes to be outside. So we popped out. Yeah, that's so true, Connie. You do have to be very committed to be a bird parent. Or maybe you should be committed. You know, but yeah, it honestly takes a lot. Brandon says, do you and Max know Pebbles, the cockatoo that also lives in Canada? There's actually a few different cockatoos that live in Canada. We don't know Pebbles that well, but we do know Barney, who's out in BC, out in InstaFlock. And there's a few Canadian cockatoos who passed away relatively young. Iago and Pink Floyd passed away a couple of years ago. It was super sad. We've got a few Moluccan cockatoos in our area that we know and hang out with, right, Max? Okay, we haven't seen Q in quite some time, but we see Thumper. Yeah. And who else do we see? Mango, of course, yeah. Yeah, of course we see Mango. We see Corky, who's a really small Moluccan. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Tiki remembers Floyd. Yeah, Floyd was so special. You know, Iago was one of my favorites, and you know, he was just a special kind of crazy. Iago reminds me a little bit of Mango. You know, they both are super high energy. I keep thinking for Mango, I should try and install a swing at the top of his cage, because I bet you he'd get a lot of fun swinging and crashing it around. Right, Max? Yeah. Yeah, Max likes to swing in his cage too, but he just swings from his toenails, and he just hangs upside down like a bat and goes. Mango does that a bit too, but I bet you that Mango would do really well with swing. You know, Max, I've got Mango's chain, I've got clips, and I've got some really thick doweling that would make a good swing. Maybe I'll make Mango a swing. What do you think? Should I make Mangs a swing? Yeah, that could be fun. All right. Hello, Dracula. Hi, Tony. Marie says, my aunt had a budgie named Pepsi who loved to dance. That's such a sweet name for a budgie. Did you know our first birds were a pair of lovebirds named Tico and, not Tico, dear God, named Crombie and Cleo. And then our first big bird was Tico, the African gray. But yeah, we had Crombie and Cleo, a pair of lovebirds. They were peach-faced. And that was my introduction to birds, really. Yeah. And birds are an addiction, right, Max? I never expected that I'd be into having the really big cockatoos. Uh-oh, Max. Police car going past. Yeah. But he drove straight, so we're not in trouble. Yeah. I know you're probably wondering if I've had your friends in it, huh? I know. Maggie, I have no idea what you're saying in comments there. But yeah, if you're just joining us, make sure you give us a like. Make sure you give us a follow. We appreciate each and every one of you. It's fun to hang out with you. It really is. What do you think, Max? Are you having fun? Are you having fun? Yeah? My goodness. Are you leaving the bumblebees alone? What do you hear? Is that a crow? Is that a raven? Is that a magpie? What do you think it is? And where do you think he is? You looking for him? And who's that in the sky? Is that a seagull in the sky? There's just one of them. And there's supposed to be a flock of seagulls? Yep, there he flies overhead, Max. Look up, way up. Here he goes. What sound do seagulls make? You don't want to talk about a seagull, okay. Oh, scritchies, okay. We can do scritch. You know what? I'm going to move this camera just down a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, good scritch. Oh, there he is. He's on the roof across the way, honey. See his head poking up as he's cawing? Is that a crow or a raven? I can't tell from here. The difference is, easiest way to tell the difference is by the size, isn't it, Max? I just see a head. Just a head popping up. Yeah. No updates on Facebook yet, Sherry. For those of you who don't know, our friend Einstein got hacked on Facebook, and they found out that yesterday morning. Not a good start to their weekend, but I think they're still working on it, but I've not checked for updates recently. Jocelyn says, I get cinnamon swing made of seagrass. It doesn't take long for cinnamon to chew it, maybe 2 weeks, and you get to buy another. Yeah, Dracula, that's because Einstein was hacked. And I think Facebook has taken it down temporarily, and we're really hoping that Marsha can get her page back. She had almost 290,000 followers on it. Yeah. But Einstein is still on Instagram. She got her Instagram back, and she still has her her YouTube. So make sure you give her a follow there. She'll be giving updates on those channels. And if she's got any messages that she needs sent out on Facebook, myself and other creators will help spread the word for her. Yeah. Hi, Jennifer Sue. So good to see you today. Yeah. We got a Bok Bok for Jennifer Sue? Bok Bok. No, Mom, I don't have a Bok Bok for her. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to flip the camera. There we go. Can I get a Bok Bok? Nope, we're going to preen. Okay. Oops. Sorry, honey. You wanted to preen. Yeah. There we go. Max has been talking to a lot of people that have been going past on bikes and walking past. He's had a few people come up to say hello, and I think he enjoyed that. Right, Max? Yeah. There you go, Max. Yeah. Thanks, Minnow. Hello, Robin. Good to see you. Yeah, we're just hanging with Max. For those of you who are curious, the blue strap here is attached to this and attached to this, and it's part of Max's harness. Max, don't pull on your harness. That's silly. And you can see it's in front as well, and it's for safety. It means if Max decides he wants to go for a fly, he's not going to go too far. He's tethered to me, and Max really does not have a lot of interest in flying, but I'm going to show you 3 problems. Number 1, busy road. Number 2, tall buildings. And number 3, all sorts of things. You never know what to expect. You don't know what you're going to get. Like, you don't know what could possibly startle Max. And it could be as easy as a sparrow flying past. You know, a couple of years ago, we had a sparrow that dive bombed Max. And Max was not very happy with that sparrow. And I mean, he almost fell off of my knee. And he was just so startled. And I think the sparrow was scared crapless too. Because Max really reacted to him. But you don't know what's going to scare a bird. And there are a lot of things that can scare a bird. Even indoors. Occasionally birds will get scared off of perches or, will flutter to the floor because something startles them. And, it could be a car backfiring outside. You don't know what's going to necessarily be seen as possibly a threat or a parrot-eating monster. And, yeah, so it's really safety, so it's safety. Plus, I know where Max is at all times. He's attached to me. Yeah, Max. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Kanga says, I have a lovebird. Awesome. Yeah, a pair of lovebirds were our very first birds. Whoops. Big poop. Oh, Max. Yeah. Good job. Good job, Max. Yeah, good job.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. Yeah, Max, we're not going over there. We're not walking with Teddy. We're streaming. I know. You want to step on my knee now? Okay. You can stand on my knee. Well, you just pooped on the ground, didn't you? You just missed your harness, too. Yeah, that's awesome. I know you needed to poop. You've been out here for a while, and you're such a good boy. You really are. Hi, Sean. It's awesome to see everybody joining us today and everybody hanging out with us as we're streaming. I'm going to go in soon and make you some din-dins. Yeah, we're still trying to decide what to make you for din-din. And we had a vote earlier whether it was going to be blueberries or watermelon. It was a tie. Or apples, blueberries, or watermelon. It was a tie between apples and watermelon. So you're going to have to decide what you want, Max, if you want apples or watermelon. Hi, Josh. Glad that you're joining us. Yeah, if you're just joining us, balk up in the comments. Say hello. We're a super friendly bunch. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, we try to answer some questions. We try to be engaged. And yeah, we just try to get as much going as possible. So I'm just going to toss up a prompt here. I'm going to encourage you, ask us a question. Go ahead, just type it in and we'll see if we can answer some questions. Dracula says there's a popular Afghan grey from here called Kilo who managed to fly away from his owner. Eventually found him really high up on the ledge of an apartment building. Yeah, and how scary for the owners and how scary for the birds. Elizabeth, does the parrot talk? Absolutely. He talks when he wants to. Earlier at the beginning of the stream, he came out with something that was rather new. He asked about opening the door. And we were not going to go inside, but I thought that was kind of cool because I quite often narrate what I'm doing with Max as if I'm talking to a toddler. And he keeps coming out with new words and new phrases. Max is a Moluccan cockatoo. Moluccan cockatoo is also known as a salmon-crested cockatoo. They're one of the few cockatoos that don't come from Australia. Moluccan cockatoos originally come from Indonesia, specifically the Maluku Islands. And as a bonus, Max was born and bred in Canada, so he's a local. Hello, Shakira. Yeah, we're just keeping an eye there. We'll grab some more questions. We'll do some rapid fire. If I get a really, really, really good question that I've not answered in a while, I might go off on a diatribe. And as always, if Max starts talking, I'm going to hush up. But the best way to get Max to talk is for me to talk and to just sort of see what he is up to. Right, Max? Yeah. Are you getting hungry, buddy? Want dinners? What do you want for dinner? Max quite often does not talk to me because, you know, he thinks, well, we've already talked about everything we need to talk about, Mom. And he'll talk to new people when he sees them. He'll make new friends. He'll chat with them. He'll get going there. Tiffany asks, what is his favorite food? Tiffany, Max likes a lot of different things. Right now, one of his favorites are blueberries and apples. Apples and blueberries are both some of the favorite fruits. He loves Eggies, but he only gets those once a week. And he also likes peppers. Lots of healthy fruits and veggies. Keep the questions coming, folks. I'm going to answer a few more. And if you want me to stream a bit longer, toss more questions up in the chat. What? What, Max? Are there clouds in the sky? Do you think it's going to rain? One of his newest phrases is to say no wet. He does not want it to rain. He says no wet. He does not want it to drip on his head. And I mean, he's not wrong. You know, calling it wet, rain is wet, and it is water that drips. So he's not wrong. Jocelyn, Max is not really good at tablet skills, and with his beak, he's really, really hard on devices. I don't want him to destroy a tablet or a phone, but we will play with flashcards, and he's actually pretty good at communicating with me. He's pretty good at using his words. If I play 20 questions trying to guess what he wants, he's good at telling me what he wants. I know that was pretty loud. A trailer just went over a bump, buddy. Yeah. Well, good job, Max. Ooh, great question coming from Sherry. Sherry says, what made you want to start with Max on social media? I know he likes the camera, but is there more? Well, I think it just, cameras became a lot more accessible on cell phones. It used to be you had to pull out the DSLR and take it on film. And then it was a big camera. Then it was down to cell phones. So there were different ways of getting pictures of Max. And when I could take pictures on the cell phone, I'd take pictures of Max, I'd post them onto my Facebook. And I had one friend who seemed to think that my Facebook was about them rather than about me. And they complained about, you're posting too much of the bird. And it's like, okay, well, if you don't like it, go follow someone else. But they were complaining about it. And a couple of other people said, yeah, no more bird. Like, we see too much bird. And I get that I appreciate the bird more than they do. At this point, Max was really enjoying playing for the camera. I kept getting some cute videos and cute photos. So I gave him his own Instagram page and I started posting him there. And I was amazed when he had 100 followers. I mean, oh my goodness, 100 people like Max. And it was 200. And then it was 1,000. And it just kept growing and growing and growing. And I thought, well, you know what, we're doing this much. And a friend of mine had a YouTube channel and they kind of encouraged me, you should get Max on YouTube. So I hemmed and hawed and I finally put him up on YouTube. And Max loves the camera. And I put him up on YouTube. And guess what? Got a good response. People I didn't know were watching him. And they started commenting and liking. And that encouraged me to post more. And then I put him up on Facebook, gave him his own Facebook page. And guess what? You guessed it. People liked him and they kept on saying, more Max, more Max. Opal, it's Max the Moluccan. And here's a tip. On Instagram, if you search for Max and scroll, you don't even have to know how to spell Moluccan. You will find him there. He's that popular. 65,000 followers on Instagram. But what's super weird about Instagram stalled on us about 4 or 5 years ago. It stopped climbing and it just stalled. And it's remained the same subscriber count ever since. We get one, we lose one. We get one, we lose one. And it's almost as if there's a shadow ban. YouTube has the most subscribers for us right now. We passed 100,000 a month ago. And we are already at 111,000 followers on Instagram. Not Instagram, on Facebook. On YouTube here, we're over 40,000 followers and we're really hoping to get to that 100K. So if you've just joined us and you're watching us, give us a like, give us a follow. You can help make our dreams come true. You can help this bird get his silver play button. We just need another 59,000 and some 100 followers, right, Max? Josh, so glad you subbed. And you know what? We really appreciate each and every one of you who's watching, who's interacting with us. And it's commenters that keep us coming back. It's our regulars like Sherry and Tango, Jocelyn. And there's so many people I'm not even naming right now. Nick, Jennifer, Sue, Tiki. Like, we get to know you. We get to see your names. We know that you're here regularly, like Connie, like Raising Cane, like Barbara. And it is so cool just to see everybody coming in and commenting regularly on our streams, on our chats. And we actually get to know people, which is kind of fun. So it really is a community. And, you know, we're actually super excited. We're going to be meeting 2 people this fall. One's coming up for Parrotpalooza, and one is coming up in September. And there we have another police vehicle driving past. That's 2. No sirens so far, which is good. And they both seem to be going straight. I'm just commenting because it's an oddity. And given the way that they're doing the roads around here, it's more likely that people are going to take a different road if they're emergency services. If you're taking this road, either you are avoiding the really bad traffic getting onto the other road, and police officers seem to have no problem getting through bad traffic, or you live in the community here. So yeah, it's kind of fun to see. But yeah, so that's sort of how his social media started. But yeah, the more that we see the more that you comment, the more we interact with people, and we really do get to know people, and it's so much fun. But we're super excited. And then next year in 2026, we've got another group of people who are planning to come up to Calgary area for a holiday for Parrot Palooza, which is our local parrot event. And I always caution people, it's not as big as some of the paloozas in the States. It's still a relatively small event, but we have fun. And definitely it's a great opportunity to come up, hang with Max. And if we've got a group of people coming up at the same time, I'm hoping we can coordinate them and do some events together, because we all have something in common. We all love birds. We all love Max. And, you know, not just Palooza, but we can get together outside of Palooza, maybe do a couple of meetups with Max, maybe coordinate some out trips, maybe some dinners as a group. You know, so much fun. I'm really looking forward to that. Barbara asks, what is the best cord to hang bird toys? That's going to depend a bit on the size of bird. Always be mindful of cord, because cord can fray. And if the bird is chewing on the cord and it's fraying, they might be ingesting fibers, so be mindful of that. Also watch out for the kind of fasteners that are hanging the toys. Often, not always, but often the cords that come with the toys are reasonable for what it is. I actually really, really love some of the paper cords, the braided paper cords, the rolled paper cords, because the bird is part of the toy. The bird can shred it and destroy it. And what I find usually happens is the toy gets destroyed first and then the hanging apparatus, which is great. Stainless steel chains can also be really, really good. Believe it or not, one of Mango's favorite toys is just a stainless steel chain. It's big, it's long, and he likes to thread it through his cage, loop, 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 and then unloop, unloop, unloop. Now that does chip the cage a little bit. That cage is already a bit chipped, and it is Mango's absolute favorite game. So I'm not going to say no to him. He's been playing it for years, so I'm going to let him continue to play his favorite game. Right, Max? Yeah. You know, so he just likes to play with the chain, and he likes to play with blocks of wood that are not actually hanging. Max is similar. He likes foot toys. Max is a cockatoo. He's a Moluccan cockatoo, which is a breed of cockatoo. Yeah. Well, folks, I think I'm going to call it a day, but I want to thank everybody for joining us, and I want to wish you a great afternoon. Bok Bok, everybody. Thank you, and we'll do another pop-up soon. All right. We're going to stop streaming, Max. Stop.